Good morning. You find me outside Completely Motorbikes again. Thank you to Ollie on the Yamaha section for allowing me to take out this beastie, the Yamaha TMAX 560 TMAX. It's the only model you can get in the UK. There is a lower spec model you can get in Europe, and this is one of the biggest selling two-wheel vehicles you can actually get in Europe. So let's see what all the fuss is about. Now, this thing is a whole 560cc with about 46 horsepower, so it's going to be no slouch. When I was visiting Completely Motorbikes last year, this wasn't on the demonstrator fleet. The Max 300 was, and I rode that, and I enjoyed that quite a lot. But at the time, it wasn't possible to ride this bike, but now we're here. And first impressions is that I'm quite surprised at the seat height. It feels higher. I feel quite high up. Maybe that's because with the riding position, it's quite compact. The handlebars are quite close to me. So very much a kind of a sit up and beg riding position. Comfortable. The seat feels very comfortable at first impressions. And I think the heating's on. Or I've peed myself already. I'm going to slow down just so I can bang it up to 40 miles an hour. It's a CVT transmission, so no gears to worry about, no buttons to press. You just twist and it goes. Let's see what it goes like from 15 miles an hour. 15. Whoa! What? Did you see that? I'm going to do that again. Stand by. 3, 2, 1. That gets up to speed in short order. What it is the first 10 or 15 miles an hour is not too strong on acceleration, not too scary, and then the acceleration picks up after a couple of seconds. But that gets up to 50 miles an hour, well, easier than most motorbikes. No clutch. I don't even have to move my left foot. We just ride up to speed in no time. And that's quite a lot of power to help me get up to speed and maintain it. I'm also quite impressed, slightly surprised to see that I've got a rev counter front and centre on the dash. There might be more than one display option available as well, but I'll just stick with that for now because I haven't got long on the bike. It's nice to have cruise control. Yeah, cruise control. As I understand it, that works from 50 kilometers per hour and upwards, which I guess is about just over 30 miles an hour, which is a bit of a shame. I would like it to start from lower down. The feeling round the bends, it's like I say, it's 220 kilos. It's not light, and it feels nice and steady, nice and secure in the corners. We're not getting bounced around. Suspension is slightly on the firm side, you know, on the sporty side. Seems to be handling the bumps in the road very well. Not that I've got the opportunity to really show you on this road, but yeah, there's quite a lot of acceleration there. It was pulling hard. Let's say, for example, you're on a motorway and there's some roadwork, so you're doing 40, and then that the de-restriction sign, you can go up to 70. It's not going to take you long on this bike, it really isn't. And at 70, I'm speculating that there'll still be plenty of acceleration left. This bike could top the ton. Talking miles an hour, of course, in the UK. One thing I would like to try and find is the adjustment for the windscreen, because it is a bit noisy down here. Oh, right, okay, cool. So I'll show you what happened there. Oh, that was not the button I meant to press. Press the menu button at the bottom of the joystick. Scroll to screen adjust, and then I simply just push up and down on the joystick to adjust the screen. Oh, that's quite some range. It's at the maximum position right now. I'm going to bring it down again. Yeah, quite noisy down here, as you can probably hear in the microphone. If I get it up to speed here, and we'll bring the screen full up. That's done a good job on wind noise. Definitely much quieter. A little bit of turbulence kind of pulling on the top of my helmet, but basically not a lot. That's quite a comfortable place to be. It is pretty calm back here now. At 5'7", 170 centimeters, my head is just above the windscreen at max. I'm just looking over the windscreen, which is nice. One thing with these CVT transmissions, I think they kind of have a target RPM. So we're at 4,500, well, just under, about 4,500 RPM, a bit below that. Does sound busy. So yeah, it's a bit of a revver, a bit more than I might have expected with a 560cc parallel twin engine. But that's CVT transmission, and that's just my lack of experience. If you're an experienced scooterist, you know what to expect, I would say. So we're at 30 miles an hour now. The revs have dropped. We're at 3,000 RPM, just about. Again, that is just CVT life for you. Don't want to be here for long though, because I haven't got long on the bike. So roundabout down there, I think, and back out again. It's what we like at 10 miles an hour going round the bend. Ah, absolutely fine. Give it a little bit of positive throttle. Don't let the throttle go fully closed. But if you did, potentially it might just drop in at that sort of very slow speed. You know, sometimes on small wheel bikes, you're looking ahead and then you look up or you look sideways for a little while, and you just happen to steer the same way almost immediately. It doesn't take much pressure on the handlebars to change direction. On this bike, with its weight and stability, that is less of a problem. Basically keeps going where you point it. I'll tell you what, that seat heating needs to come down a bit. That is on the warm side. I just switched to it with the joystick, and then you just go up or down to adjust the setting. Quite handy, that. Mirrors, there's a little bit of buzziness to them at these slower speeds, but basically they're clear. And because they're quite far away from you, you've also got a good view back as well. Albeit this is just a short test ride. Easy to ride once you get your head around the riding position. It might be that a short test ride like this, of an hour or less, isn't enough to kind of get your head into scooter life if you're thinking about going to a maxi scooter. Ooh, it's certainly got some poke though. It's got some sports bike style acceleration at the corners to a degree. It just pulls hard. Wow, back brake is strong. I just had ABS kick in there on the back, so you give it a good squeeze and yeah, back brake will lock up, but it will slow you down quite a bit before that. Front brake, oh, both span adjustable, which is nice. Front brake is, the bite is not very strong, it's not immediate. Probably not a bad idea with a smaller front wheel compared to motorbikes. But it feels strong enough if you keep pulling, front end dips. seems to slow you up quite well. So I can feel at some point that the torque of the acceleration give way to horsepower. So in the higher rev range, or the higher speeds, higher than this even, the torque is on its way down, but it's still accelerating pretty hard. And if you wanted a bit more performance, then potentially you probably can squeeze a few more ponies out of this bike with, believe it or not, a full Akrapovic exhaust system. Downpipes and all, but it costs you about £2,000. I like the look of it. This is available in Tet Black. There is an alternate colour as well, which names escapes me. But sleek looking, sporty looking thing, with its 41mm upside down gold colour forks. Got the classic, I think they're Sumimoto calipers on there, made famous by the R1 back in the day. Non-floating front discs. Not surprised that. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, I think they might be floating. Do have some little. They look like little disc bobbins there. Got the parking brake there, and you got the main brake caliper underneath. And we've got a belt on the back, so that should give you long service intervals. Hopefully, we have a little cubby hole there where the keyless key sits. We can have a little look at the seat storage area. Space for one helmet, but not two. And a little illumination there, so that's quite handy. Fuel cap there. And yeah, a fair bit of buttonage going on there. So you've got the main menu kind of button there you can press, then using the joystick to go around the options. And again, once you get somewhere, typically down or up to adjust on the joystick. Unless you're trying to go into other settings where you just push it in, then you enter the settings. Alright, so that's quite nice. I think you can set the position of the warmers from 1 to 10 for each of the 3 presets. I wasn't expecting that. That's pretty impressive. I'll go back. See, heated traction control. Or you could have it on or off. So you want to spin the back end, you can. Brightness, clock, maintenance. I'm sure that's like distance until the next service. Units, info. Oh, you got there's some favourites. I'm not sure where to find the favourites. That might be on the left hand side of the screen, or maybe the right hand side of the screen. Reset. So yeah, if I push left, oh, let's come out of this bottom menu. If I push out of the bottom menu and just push down on the joystick, and there's quite a bit of information there on the left hand side you can scroll through. Now if I push right a couple of times, oh no, it's not. I thought, oh, they're the favourites on the right hand side. I thought I could scroll through those, but I'm mistaken. You can't scroll through those. They're just the favourites you can choose from. So, pretty good dash. And unfortunately, I can't do the navigation. A, I haven't got time. B, the Garmin navigation that's part of the app requires a subscription, so you've got to pay by all accounts. Handbrake there, it's quite handy. Don't try and blip the throttle. You're on a scooter, you'll move. Now, I'm not particularly a scooterist, as you've probably been able to tell in this ride. So I'm not sure if I'd want to spend 14 large on a scooter like this, but if your end game, my end game is a big flashy motorbike, which might cost a similar amount to this, if not more. If your end game is in the scooter environment, then this is one of those choices. And if you want it, you'll work out the PCP deal to get it. I haven't ridden the competition. The closest I think I've got so far is a BMW C400X. I rode a good 2 or 3 years ago now. I was impressed with that bike as well, but that did have the engine, I think, on the rear swing arm. So the handling was a bit compromised as a result. This does feel better to ride from memory compared to that bike. and certainly got more performance. But this is quite a lot more expensive than that. Yamaha do speak about the riding position with the, I think these might be new handlebars, aluminium handlebars, a slightly leant forward riding position or a sporty one. I don't think I quite agree with that. I do feel quite upright, maybe compared to the previous model. The handlebars are a little bit lower, maybe a little bit further away from you. But there's nothing particularly sporty about this riding position, although there is something sporty about the riding experience when you start throwing it around some bends. So to summarise, yes, I know it's a lot of money, and that's going to be a sticking point, I think, for many people. It's a very accomplished machine, regardless of the price point. Feels well designed. It holds its own in the bends. It's capable of sporty riding, as well as doing all the things a scooter can do. Thanks to Completely Motorbikes for allowing me out on this scooter today. Nice day for it. And yeah, if you have experience with scooters, or you're thinking of getting a scooter, a Maxi scooter, drop me a line. I'll see you down there in the comments. So until the next video, folks, take care of yourselves. Ta-da.